Now back to your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Franti.
You are back with Don Getling, Gino Franti, and the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show every Thursday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Your smartest 2 hours of the week, at least if you're paying attention. And hopefully you're paying attention today because we have one of our favorite guest experts, Mr. Rob Schwartz, Director of Community Outreach with Eureka Review. Bottom line, he's a college planner.
I figured it was only a matter of time before you got tired of saying that.
Hey, he's gotten really good at saying that. I remember the first time it was like...
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. But bottom line,
it's your college guy.
Yeah, he's the college guy, and he's our college guy on the Don and Gino Show, Mr. Rob Schwartz with Eureka Review and Total College Planning. And bottom line, Rob, I love that you always come here and give insightful, direct, very direct advice for basically parents. And a lot of you out there, maybe you're trying to figure out how to get into college and you're listening to the show because you're smarter than the other teenagers around your block. But Rob, you've done a really good job of saying this is what you need to do. This will really help, and this is how we're helping them. And it's affordable, and it make all the difference in a child's life. And be prepared because you're doing I would imagine this is doing the child as much benefit as the parents because now you're taking away a lot of stress. You're preparing them so that they can go to the school of their dreams. Plus, you're also enlightening them. You always enlighten them on proper preparation, how it can help them, areas of preparation that they probably didn't even know about, and what to focus on, or schools that they didn't know they can possibly get into, schools that may give them opportunities to get better financial aid. And you mentioned some tremendous ones that are getting in big schools too, people that if they're willing to leave the state. And today you're bringing more insightfulness by pulling up a list of schools for the procrastinators, are us.
I've never shopped there before, but I hear there's a lot of people.
I must have gotten a lot of gift cards for that place.
No kidding. We've all shopped at Procrastinators R Us, but unfortunately there's some children out there or college grads that maybe thought they missed the boat, but you have some good news.
I do indeed. I think before I give the list, there's a little bit of preamble here that your listeners need to be aware of.
Preamble, that's a cool word.
Okay, I take back the whole college was useless thing.
I know, that's good stuff.
You've used two good words so far that I was like, oh, that's a good one.
Just so you know, my degree's in finance, and I do finance every day, so...
Guys, you're too much. I love it. So here's the deal. Colleges are businesses. I don't ever want you to lose sight of that fact. If you walk away with nothing else today and you remember that colleges are businesses, you're ahead of the game.
They're not just all about education?
No, and as much as they are non-profit, many are non-profit entities, they're still about bottom line. If we don't have enough kids filling enough chairs, paying enough tuition, we don't have enough money to run our business. That's bad for everybody. I'm about to tell you 16 fantastic colleges that don't have enough rear ends in seats for the coming freshman class, which means even though they cut off months ago their enrollments, they're still taking enrollments. So kids, listen up. Here you go. 16 amazing schools both inside of California and in the western third of the United States that are still taking enrollments today. Here we go.
All right, procrastinators, you're up.
Let's start inside the state of California. Azusa Pacific University. I hear their commercials constantly.
Yep.
They are a fairly religious Christian institution, but a very strong academic institution. You can't just stumble into the school. They are still taking applications. California Lutheran University, far less religious, even though Lutheran is in the name. Terrific school in Thousand Oaks, still taking enrollments today. Dominican University of California is in NorCal. Terrific school. Again, moderately religious. Very, very good programs. Each of those schools I've mentioned also quite small, all around somewhere between 2,000 and 5,000 undergraduate students. So for the students who are like, I want to have some sort of name brand recognition, but I want small class sizes, even as a freshman and a sophomore, all of those schools apply. For the ladies, probably the best women's college in the western half of the United States is still taking enrollments. Mills College in Oakland, California.
I just heard that mentioned yesterday from somebody who was going to Mills College.
It is a fantastic school. I toured there last year. Beautiful campus. I think it's the second oldest women's college in America. You can check me on that fact, but it's been around a very, very long time. A terrific institution of higher learning. Much closer to home, Mount St. Mary's College. Also very heavily influenced on women's attendance. They are still taking enrollments.
I think you know somebody that went there for a little while.
I do indeed. A little while. Point Loma Nazarene University in San Diego, another very small, great school. They're still accepting enrollments. St. Mary's College of California, that's in Moraga, California, in Northern California. Beautiful campus, great basketball teams if you're into that sort of thing. Still enrolling. University of Laverne, still enrolling. All of those are California schools. Now let's take a look at some bigger names you might be more familiar with just outside of our state. How about Arizona State University? Have you heard of that one?
Oh, yeah.
Arizona State's still enrolling.
Wow.
Boise State University, terrific football program, formerly under Gary Peterson.
Terrific
academic institution.
You got to deal with the blue field, though.
If you feel like you have to deal with it, maybe it's not the right place. Boise State still enrolling. How about Colorado State? You know a little about Colorado State.
I love it. It's a great campus, and the old town there is amazing. My brother-in-law lives there, just so you know why I know.
One of the better college towns in the western third of the U.S.
Yeah, very much so.
Fort Collins is fantastic.
Yeah, I love that town.
Portland State, if you want to be in a major metropolitan area,
cool.
Inside of Portland proper in Oregon. I've got two in Idaho. The College of Idaho is a very strong school, not as well known as the state school, University of Idaho. I would look into both if you're willing to travel that far. There might actually be some money in it for you because California kids don't regularly say, Idaho, what a great idea.
At least not for college.
At least not for college. And the last two are going to floor you. How about the University of Arizona?
Yeah.
Still taking enrollments. What I consider one of the top 10. It's a great member of the Pac-12. Amazing athletic programs. Amazing school spirit. I consider it UCLA light. Very similar look and feel and population, but you don't have to have a 4-point-something GPA and a 2,000 SAT score to be an average admitted student.
Wow.
Still taking enrollments. And lastly, if you're in your football, how about the University of Oregon?
Yeah, they're no good.
Yeah, they're terrible. Yeah, Nike. Still taking.
Do you get like
enrollments.
Nike clothes when you get signed? You know, when you get enrolled?
It comes with a shirt.
Not as a traditional student, but if you're an athlete, yeah, you're wearing Nike gear, no doubt about it.
I guarantee most of the students are all wearing Nike shoes.
Probably. So you look at that list, and if you're a student thinking, my grades came up, in 12th grade, I started to take school a little bit more serious. Boys out there, are you listening? And you start to realize that, I don't necessarily have to go to a community college. I actually might be good enough to go to one of these schools if I can make the finances work. These are financial aid offices who desperately want to fill seats that might be a little bit more generous than they normally are. Take the time today or tomorrow to reach out to these schools and find out how you can enroll today.
Great stuff. And this, just so you know, we always take our shows and put them on our website afterwards, so make sure you look up on our YouTube. We have a lot of YouTube videos and clips, and including a ton with Mr. Robert Schwartz, our college guy, as Gino eloquently put. But great
That's what you get if you
information.
don't go to college. You just summarize. It's a college guy.
College guy. But you should check it out and stuff. And Rob, how can they get a hold of you?
Give me a call, 818-359-3779, or email me, Rob, R-O-B, at eurekareview.com.
That's probably the easiest way. Rob at eurekareview.com.
Absolutely. I check it 7 days a week.
Yeah, you do. You're always involved in this.
And Don, we'll post this on our Facebook page as well. So go to donandgino.com and hit the Facebook logo, and we'll put this on our Facebook page. Get that on right away.
All right, Rob. So you again pulled another great list out of your bag of tricks, as you always do. And we so appreciate you being on the show and being so passionate about helping our incredible students here. We have some of the best schools, in the state, and we got and if you look at most of the kids want to go to college and stuff, and it's nice that you're helping them accomplish that dream and making it easier for them.
I have spoken at, I believe, every school in the district multiple times. Many of the counselors here know me. I hope they trust me. I certainly hope their kids and their parents appreciate the opportunities they have to come and talk with me. And for those who are listening, you want to have 60 minutes of my time free of charge. Call me, email me. I will give you an hour of my time.
I can't even get that unless we're watching a Kings game.
Well, you can get actually 3 or 4 hours then. But in all seriousness, it's far more important to me that your listeners are making wise decisions, and spending an hour with me will allow them to take proper steps to make their lives, not just their own, but their children's lives, much more easy, hopefully much more cost effective as we move towards college admission.
Well, I can guarantee you that you will be enlightened without a doubt about your opportunities and options regarding college, because you always enlighten us. You always have great content. I know you personally. You're a good dude who really cares about what he does. You're passionate about your job. So please, again, reach out to Rob at eurekareview.com. Thanks again, buddy.
You guys are awesome. And Gina, did I just call you Gina?
I think you did.
I just lost my job.
Man. That's funny.
Mr. Fronty, next time I'm back, per your request, we will cover essays in great detail.
Sounds
All
good.
right, very cool. We want to thank you for being part of our show every Thursday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. right here on AM 1220 KHES. Thank you, Shannon, for doing a great job producing our show. And, of course, AP Productions, Mr. Furman Escobedo. Thank you for joining us. Again, DonandGino.com. A lot of great information for you. Have a great week.